Lemonade seller just resubbed for 14 months. Long time and all.
Whoa! Whoa! Hello, guys. Hello. Hello. We're playing this. The chat is covering it. We're playing this. I also just figured out how to crop this shit. Funny enough, I was watching a friend play Stanley as well. Boom. Where did I put you? Like, boom. On top of my head. Boom. Different again. What? It's the norm. But hello. Hello, people. Hello. Playing Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. I don't know if there's a difference. Maybe perchance, but the game is also showing up here, and then it's showing up on that screen, and then it's showing up on that other screen, and then it's showing up on that upper screen, and then it's showing up on that other screen. Whew. Oh, the screens. Go to sleep enough. I'm feeling very tired, and relatives are not helping. Beat them. There's never the end, there's never the... What the fuck?
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
I think that's me, guys.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number
There's no can I. Who says you can't?
Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Thinking.
And although
what were you thinking?
Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
I know you're not being...
No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
How about no? What if I just stay here? Oh, actually clicking, wait. There's a reaction to my inputs. No, let me click on the keyboard. Let me do my job. I hate Mondays. Good thing it's not a Monday. A fat orange cat. Yet. That's my new brand. Whoa. I'm not pressing the jump button. I'm pressing. What? What are my controls? I wanna walk. Oh wow. That's so useful for people like me. Close the door.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers
Hot
would come.
MILFs in your area.
Eventually, someday, they would
Hot
arrive.
MILFs in my area.
Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
Shut up,
Now
I'm playing
it's
Cookie
even
Clicker.
closer. Here it comes.
No Cookie Clicker?
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What
Okay.
if he had to
Wait,
make a
no!
decision? What if a crucial
No,
outcome
let me
fell under
out!
his responsibility?
Let me out!
He had
Let me
never
out!
been
Let me
trained
out!
for that. No. This couldn't go
Help.
anywhere except badly. The thing to do now,
It's
Stanley thought
stuck.
to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt
I
me.
don't wanna be here, let me out!
In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed. Then
Help.
days.
Help!
Had years gone by? He no longer
Is the
had
chat
the
too
ability
distracting, by the way? I think the chat is too distracting.
to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come.
Let me
Eventually,
out!
someday,
Let me out!
arrive. Soon, very soon now,
It won't let me
this will
out.
end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it
I don't
comes.
wanna be here. Oh, thank God. Okay, do not close the door. Leave. Let me check
All
everything.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Farted.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he
Let me
couldn't
print my
find a
butt
trace
on the
of his
printer.
co-workers.
Let me print out my butt. Do it. Let me sit on it. That's like classic office stuff, right? Number one
Stanley
dad.
went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story.
Friend, I'm gonna need a copy of that. Wow. Pay up. Is this a voice in my head going to narrate every little thing I do? Oh, that's like my brain. Can't even destroy the mugs. Like they're all glued. You're downloading something, I think. Oh. Oops. I didn't do that. Put it up on my wall, that's crazy. Woo. Mountain. Door handles look 3D, but also don't. Gonna turn all of them off. And access lip. Awaiting input. Oh. I can't turn it off. Or 20. There's too many mugs. We need locked doors.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
This is my right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been
Give me a
worth the
Coke.
detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
What kind of sharp person is this coffee thing for?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your
I'm gonna go honk you, good night. Bye bye. Have a nice stream. Thank you. Have a good sleep.
Really worth it. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Are there more doors?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh. Go sleep before I fall asleep and stay forever lurking. Already happened. Forever stuck. No way out.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Happy streaming. Thank you. Oh, I'm back in the fucking building again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I will not jump off this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
No.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look,
Nah.
let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
This is spooky.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
This is red.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth
Yes.
ruining the entire story I had written out specifically
He's like a
for
smart
you?
Wheatley.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees?
Yes.
Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go.
Oh.
A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Which door?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that?
Hope.
But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Worldwide leaderboard. Oh. That's me. Oh, my headphones are dying.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
No.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the artwork
Literally
will
just
really
parenting.
take notice.
He's making me
But of
parent.
course, the
No, Buffy
message of
was
the
a dead
game
rat.
only becomes
Yeah,
clear
I saw.
once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh no, the baby's heading towards the fire. Oh no. Oh no, it's
Heartless
burning.
bastard.
Oh
Did you do it
no.
because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know.
Oh
what to do. I'm
no.
completely out of ideas. I can't
Button
think
didn't
of a
work,
single thing that
guys.
might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game, just to ease the pain? Let's see. What do we have here? Yes. This seems
If it pulls
like
out a
it'll
game
work.
from my
Let's
Steam
give it a
library.
shot. Aha! Fascinating. What do you think this game is about, Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to
Firewatch.
play
What
as
the
a
fuck is
creepy man
Firewatch?
spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some sort of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity. So far, I love everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's even more.
Game about dimension
Come, let's
paranoia,
venture
I
outward
guess.
and see what else is out there.
I like it here. Maybe I would like this as my dream job. It's kinda cozy, it's kinda nice. I can't shut the door. Whoa! I hate insects.
No, it can't be.
Is a bear gonna jump out?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
I don't think he likes open worlds.
Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls.
When's he late?
I think this will be just the thing.
Is this just Rocket League?
See, this is exactly what I had in mind.
This
Just
is
a
Rocket
nice
League.
big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
Okay, now how do I get lost?
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley.
Oh, I want to get lost.
Have fun.
Whee! Oh. I can't get lost. Give myself brain damage.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than my miserable little story that I worked so hard on? Stanley, I have a thought. And I realize I'm not a sportsologist, but if one ball generates a certain amount of raw adrenal pleasure, then surely multiple balls makes for an even more euphoric sports experience. I'm going to try it out. Here comes another ball.
More balls.
Yes. Oh, goodness, that really does feel amazing, doesn't it? Stanley,
More
I'm
balls,
like a
the
child in a
better.
confectionery shop. I simply have
Is
to
my
have more.
flag?
I'm
I think-
insatiable. More balls.
Okay, that's... Now this is just overkill.
Are you enjoying this, Stanley? Are you having fun? Is this a real...
Oh, this is funny.
Well, I sure hope you're having a good time, because guess what? It's over. That's right. Your little fun comes to an end. This is my game, and what I say goes. You get to have fun when I let you, Stanley. Besides, you need someone like me to set boundaries for you. Without rules or boundaries, video games are nothing. Yes, that's what I am. I am structure. I'm your sense of purpose. And since you decided you didn't want to play my game, now I don't want to play with you either. So, goodbye, Stanley. I'm leaving. See how you like it when I'm not around to set the rules. Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
I can't see shit. Now this is creepy. I don't like this. Original G-Monster or I don't know how many. Ooh. Why is it so creepy?
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And
I am.
he'll learn the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand
Oh wow,
soon
we dropped
what I
so
was
many
trying to
frames.
tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
I'll
The
be
end will
back.
be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Yep. Now, what if we don't drop my water bubble? What if we listen to him?
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a
Let's
wave of
do
disbelief,
unbelievably
Stanley
amazing work
decided
all
to
the
go
time,
up
every
to
day,
his
with no
boss's
expectation
office,
of
hoping he might
promotion.
find an answer there.
That's a pyramid scheme. I don't think this is real. Oh.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
I like this closet.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least
That's what
if there
you
was something
think.
to
I'm
interact
jerking
with,
off.
He'd be justified in some way, as it
As
is.
in updating. Wait. This is awkward. And it's like huge. How do I unhuge? Is that better? And I'm trying multi-chat. I'm multi-streaming. Let me make out with this broom.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
I'm jerking
Please
off.
offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused. You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason.
I'm going
for
with the
exploring
broom
to
handle.
find out.
Yes, I'm shoving it up my
Doesn't occur to me
ass.
because literally, this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Nice.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
That was a really old millennial way of spelling.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid.
What the
He
fuck?
probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What the fuck? I am just standing in the
I've
broom
come to a very
closet.
definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're
I'm
dead.
glad this isn't even.
You got to this broom closet.
It isn't even
or
that
you did,
mean.
And we're just about to leave because
Or that
there's nothing
direct
here,
with
but a
insults.
physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system, and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby,
But she says it in a nice,
so as to
loving
ensure
way,
that
so it's
your
okay.
body is taken care
She
of
body
before
shames
it
me in a
begins to
lovingly way.
decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
It's really nice, just chilling together in the broom closet. Is there more? Nope, no more.
Ah, second player. It's good. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Oh, okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
What the hell? Why is this place so fancy? Executive. Why do you need a bathroom?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845.
Oh.
But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to
But now I
input
have
the
no
correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay, I have to go down there. Oh.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
I'm
Stanley
auto-walking.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
However, that being mind controlled.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Awkward.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
No.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly
A woman?
into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
It's a lie.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
And did I beat the game? No. If you who? This is fancy. Warzone. Finding aliens. What's the joke? Not our intention. Totally. Uh-huh. What was the other message? What is the difference between a duck? What is the difference between a duck? I feel like I shouldn't have gotten this already. I cannot pull them. Whoa, holy shut up. Wait, let me play. It won't let me. No! Rigged. That's what I think. It's rigged. Lounge.
Stanley stood on the roof.
Jesus.
Oh, for crying... Is this that other building? Let's see. Stanley? Green door. Then he pushed the number 4. Stanley pushed the big red button.
It's ominous. I don't want to be there. How do I leave? Oh, exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Is this Yaoi?
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
What if I don't?
Choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
Get crushed. I see. Is that always here? Should I continue on? I want to see more.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Let's
Stanley
see what
decided
happens
to
if
to
we
the
go
meeting
to the
room.
mind
Perhaps
control
he had simply
thingy.
missed a memo.
Ending note. Ending was my favorite.
When Stanley
You're a
came
nerd.
to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
Don't get fired.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all.
He's just stripped naked now.
I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Why is there?
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice...
I don't even know if I'm supposed to keep entering the rooms.
The truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
I have a wife?
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Yep.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
The fuck kind of name is that?
On a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Oh.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Uh-huh. That was interesting.
Hello. This is
I don't
a recorded
remember the
message
phone
scheduled
ringing.
either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Oh no. Okay, now let's actually see what happens when you go to the mind control.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
That's what I did.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music. Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Put me down. Ellen.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Time to get
door
our
of the
mind
red
controlled.
mind control facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Do I?
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Fired.
Each bore the number
Fired.
of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where am I? That is me. It's just nothing.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life?
I will not let myself be controlled.
To the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Is that gonna do anything? Let's sneeze. Oh. See, you think you stealthy power.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story.
No.
Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone.
I'm not gonna make
Other
guys.
times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now?
Was I not
You just
supposed to?
assumed when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off. I mean, look at you. running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones, or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
If I go here.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count. Or don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Oh. I'm dead. He was evil. Okay, I think that might be it. Begin the game again. What if I do it again? And again. And again. And again. How many achievements does this game have? Hold on. $11. These are really specific. Hold on.
This is
Does it not give me my achievement? I quit the game and started back.
all
Wait.
of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yes.
Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No. I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition. I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly 50 clicks. No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to see commitment, a willingness to go all the way, no matter what the cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
Or
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
yes, sir.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so. Now, back to door number 437.
Oh my god. was it again? 437?
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine?
Really making you swift for it.
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
We're getting somewhere. I'm totally getting an achievement.
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
Ow. 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 I can't jump. How do I do this?
Yes!
Oh!
This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
That was a little bit like Wave.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430! Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement
Maybe that's a secret
was
job.
worth 5 little clicks. Really now, what were you thinking?
No? Okay, we quit, and then come back. Oh shit. How do I change it to... Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, it was 10. Oops. You get the achievement though? What? Good deal. I don't even get an achievement. Wow. There we go.
All of his co-workers would... Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth? No.
Why is this hard? Got the click on door. Oh wait, I did get it. 8. Achievement. No. Champion. Speed run. Don't play Stanley Parable for 10 years. Play for an entire duration of what are these achievements? I forgot. I will end now. Goodbye. My nipples still hurt.